Wall Street Memes Casino,
I'm fine.
and Sportsbook.
This is Colin McGuigan for IFL TV. Delighted to be joined by Johnny Fisher in Las Vegas, Nevada. Johnny, first of all, your US debut. You're here in Las Vegas. What's it feel like?
Yeah, it feels good, mate. Feels good to be interviewed by you for the first time. I think it is. Yeah, it's first time, but yeah, it's great. I've been Vegas a few times before. I don't let in fight week I don't let anything get to me in terms of where I am. It's just a fight, and all I want to do at this point is want to fight. I don't care about anything else. And then Saturday night, God willing, I get the win. Then I can chill out and experience Vegas a bit.
Let's talk a bit about 2023. 3 fights for you, the same as 2022 and 21. But in terms of how you rate 2023 for Johnny Fisher, just give me your kind of sum up of 2023.
It was, I think it's the point where in the boxing community, people took me a little bit more seriously. I'm not saying I'm a world beater or I'm going to be this fantastic prospect, but winning the Southern Area title, people in the industry know it's a respected belt. It's got a lot of history there. There's some good scraps for the Southern Area, and mine and Harry Armstrong's was no different. And then to get the recognition of the Young Boxer of the Year award, that was unbelievable. And yeah, I've got a lot to live up to now, but I never put the pressure on myself. Every fight's a new fight, and just got to keep winning.
Harry Armstrong, probably your toughest fight to date, I would say. In terms of what you learnt coming out of that fight, what did you learn, Johnny?
I learned patience and to actually implement the patience. Because listen, I can spar and I can look really good and be really patient and not waste anything. But doing it in the fight when I knew, hang on, I've expended a lot of energy here. I'm not gassed, but if I carry on like that for another round or two, you will get gassed because you're a heavyweight, you're only human. And I knew for 3-4 rounds, just get behind that jab, keep picking him off. I actually knocked him down in another point in like the 3rd or 4th round, and the ref didn't give it, but he fell onto the ropes, and then the knockout came in the 7th. So patience is a big thing for me because I know I've got the power. I'm always going to be aggressive, but just being a little bit more patient, and I'll do it at the right times.
2024 off to a good start. Hoping to be busy this year. In terms of where you want to be, if me and you're sitting here saying 2025 in January, what do you want to have achieved in 2024?
I just want to keep winning. Doesn't matter. I'd love to win a few more titles if they're there. I like the traditional route, English and the British titles, but there's no onus on that. All I do, Colin, like in the way like I've gone around my career, is just every fight is the only one that matters. Because if I start thinking about winning this or going back and fighting here or headlining here, because there's been talk with Eddie about headlining shows in England, but I've got to beat Dimitri Bezos on Saturday, and he's a big man, and I've got to be on my game.
In terms of your loyal supporters, they follow you everywhere. This is the away day they've been longing for. Just tell me how many of them are coming and what do you expect on Saturday night from them?
Well, there's at least 150 to 200 coming, and it's going to be my aunts and uncles, my cousins, my friends, some uni mates, some great people I've met along the way as well. And it's going to be great because every fight week I love it when I wake up on Friday or Saturday and I can see them all start getting ready, like they all go in their pub crawls and they all have dinner in Cafe Royale and Robin's Pie Mash before. This time it's going to be different. I'm going to see them arriving at the airport. They're going to be at the country bar before. They're going to be wherever, and it's going to be a different experience. But that same buzz I'll get, like it's not going to be the 2,000 people we're used to, but it'll be 150 of my close friends and family who are going to be over here. So it's going to be great.
Your US debut, a chance for you to really let the US audience see Johnny Fisher up close and personal for the first time. Can we expect a dominating performance from you?
I'm always looking to put on a dominating performance. I'm always looking to get that knockout. If it doesn't come, and I box well, that's great. But I think if I see the opportunity, people know what I'm like. I'm gonna try and go for the kill, and people like to watch that. And hopefully, I can show a bit of that violent side of me to the American audience because they've got a lot of appreciation for that. People will just go for it.
When I've spoke to Eddie about this a few times, he's kind of toyed with the idea of it. Now I get to get your opinion on it. I've asked him about you and Thomas Carty on the Katie Taylor undercard in Croke Park in Dublin. Is that something that excites you, Johnny?
I saw Thomas Carty a few weeks ago, actually. He was in UFC. I get on with him really well. We said eventually there'll be a time when we can fight. If I want to do that in Ireland, when I'm the one who's got all the thousands of supporters, that's another thing. Rather it be in England. Fighting an Irishman in Ireland is a tough ask, but it don't matter. Whatever Eddie and they put towards me, my managers will have a look at it as well, and my dad will have a look at it, and I'll have a look at it, and it'll be my decision. But yeah, that's a fight for the future, definitely.
One of my mates is so jealous I'm interviewing you. He literally, so they started like a group chat when you and your dad came off of this Chinese stuff. It's called Chinese Tuesdays, right? He needs a bit of a inspiration for this Tuesday coming. Give him inspiration, Johnny. What should he order on Tuesday?
You should definitely order salt and chili king prawns. That's one of the staples, right? We all hear about the Kumpo prawns, and they're like the Hollywood one. You know, my dad all Kumpo prawns. Yeah, they're great, but salt and chili king prawns are the best because they're quite not plain, but you can experiment with them. You can put a bit of curry sauce on there. You can put sweet and sour sauce on there. You can put satay sauce on there. If you really wanted to, you could put a bit of hoisin on there. But the base of salt and chili king prawn, it gives you so much freedom. So order them next time, mate, and you can have a little bit of fun.
That one's for you, Declan Bingham. 2 more questions for me before I let you go, Johnny. Fury Usyk's in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
How do you think that one goes, in your opinion?
I'm rooting for Fury. I'm a Fury fan through and through, and it's not going to be an easy win. Usyk is just, we know what Usyk's all about. I just hope Fury can pull it off for Great Britain, and that really does build a massive fight. If just say Fury beats Usyk and then Joshua beats Ngannou, that fight of Fury and Joshua that we wanted a few years ago all of a sudden becomes the biggest fight in boxing at the moment. So I'm hoping Fury wins. He's a very nice man. I've sparred him a few times and he's always been very, very accommodating to me, and I'll be rooting for him 100%.
And you mentioned that there are AJ Ngannou. Do you believe that AJ just has too much for Francis Ngannou, and that performance against Tyson Fury was maybe a one-off?
Yeah, I thought the performance against Fury, take nothing away from Ngannou, he's turned up and had the performance of his life, but something weren't right about Fury that night. I don't think he took it too seriously, but I'd expect Joshua to as I expected Fury to go through him within 6 rounds, but who knows? I'm hoping Joshua can pull it off because it builds that massive fight, and when Joshua does well, it's great for everyone in British boxing. Everyone gets up for it again. But yeah, I would expect Joshua to get through him, but I've been wrong before.
Well, Johnny Fisher, always a pleasure on IFL. You've got me this time instead of Joe Pugh, so it's always good. Yeah, but Bosh,
Joe Pugh, you got to sort him out. A bit of a nutter, isn't he?
Well, Johnny, always a pleasure. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Wall Street Memes Casino
I'm fine.
and Sportsbook.